Hey yogis, I'm Nicole. Welcome back to My Yoga Time. Thanks for joining me today. Today's yoga practice is a whole body flow, an excellent one to build strength in the whole body while also releasing tension and quietening the mind. So I've got one block for this class. If you don't have a block, you can improvise with a really thick towel that's rolled up nice and tight, and we'll be using that towards the end of the class. So when you're ready, let's begin. Come on over to all fours, tabletop position. And we'll just begin keeping the knees on the mat, but gently rocking the hips from side to side. So starting to feel into the outer hips and the low back. And take this time here to place the tip of the tongue where the teeth meet the roof of the mouth. Starting to tone through the back of your throat for Ujjayi breath. So exaggerating the movement now, bringing in a little circular motion as you come over to the side and take the hips back towards the heels. And then we'll inhale forward, shoulders over the wrists. Exhaling back. Inhaling forward. So finding a little swivel through the hips. And of course you can change directions. So option one, continue with this movement, especially if you've concerns with your ankles or your knees. Otherwise, I'll get you to come into a kneeling position. So you're sitting back onto those heels. So option one, you can take the hands behind you, otherwise stacking left palm on top of the right, thumbs lightly touching, Dhyani Mudra. And we'll simply pick up the knees. So you're starting to feel a stretch sensation in the tops of the feet and through the ankles. And let's release. So coming into a variation of our puppy pose, keep the hips up nice and high, reach the arms in front, but keep the palms lifted. So just those fingertips on the floor and forehead resting on the mat or your prop. Guiding those shoulders up towards the hips. Take a spacious breath in the upper body. And let's relax those hands down now. Lifting back up to your tabletop, tucking the toes under this time. Let's inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. As you exhale, round the spine, and then lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Let's come up nice and high onto those toes, so heels up nice and high, pressing into the pads of the fingers, broadening the shoulders. And then I'll get you to bend your right knee, drop your right hip, and lower your left heel a little closer to the ground. Moving slowly. Inhale up nice and high onto the balls of the feet, lifting up both heels. And then exhale, bend your left knee, drop the left hip, lower the right heel a little closer to the mat. Let's do one more on each side, moving slowly. Bending the left knee for the last time, and then you can walk those feet up to the top of the mat. Once you're there, roll up to stand. Coming all the way up. So we'll move through 3 half sun salutations, slightly different variations with the arms. Arms by your side, feet hip width apart. When you're ready, inhale, slowly bring the arms up, little back arch. And then as you exhale, folding forward, stack the palms on your low back. Half lift as you inhale, come halfway up, roll the shoulder blades back onto the spine, and exhale to fold. As you inhale, lift the arms, bend the knees, coming into a chair pose. You can have the hands at shoulder height, a little stronger if you lift them up. And then we'll press to stand, hands down, hips forward. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Folding forward, stack the palms. Half lift as you inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, chair. Exhale to stand, hips forward, hands down. One more, moving with the sound of your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Half lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. And exhale to stand. Well done, yogis. Bring your hands to prayer. As you inhale, take the arms out nice and wide, push through the heels of the palms and draw your fingertips back towards your torso. Chin lift, throat forward just a little. And then as you exhale next, connect index finger and thumbs, roll the wrists and shoulders forward and down, look down, slightly tuck your chin in and move your neck back. Well done. Let's inhale, flip the palms, lift the chin, throat forward, draw the fingertips back towards the torso. And exhale, connect index finger and thumbs, roll the wrists, roll the shoulders. Let's do two more. And then lower the hands down behind you. If you can, interlace the fingers, lift the heart. Press the feet away from one another, little upper back bend. If this is not an option for you, take your hands to your back instead. So we're holding here for a few breaths. And check the quality of the breath. Is it smooth and steady? Or is it shallow and jagged? If so, you're pushing too far. Ease off. And let's exhale, come back to neutral. Bring the hands to prayer in front. Option 1 is chair pose once again with hands in prayer, knees bending. Option 2 is a one-legged chair, a balance pose. Lift up your left knee, place your left ankle on the right knee, and take a seat. Relax the jaw. Smooth out the breath. Next inhalation, lift up with that left knee, step it back for a warrior one, but we'll take the feet about hip width apart, so legs are a little bit wider. Back foot on that 45-degree angle. You can always make it a high lunge if you need to. Hands to prayer. As you inhale, bend the right knee, open out the palms. As you exhale, look down, round the back, bring the arms forward. Inhale, arms up for warrior one. And then as you exhale, twist to your left, wrap your hands around your waist. Keep that right knee open, don't let it fall in. Next inhalation, lift the right arm up, lean back. And then as you exhale, straighten the legs, bring your right palm to the inner thigh. Inhale to lift the arm up. As we exhale, return to the start, hands to the heart. Let's synchronize with the breath. Inhale. Exhale and round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to twist to your left. Inhale, right arm up, lean back. Exhale, hips back, straighten the legs. Look down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Return to the start. I'm going to count the breath this time to a count of 4. If you're straining, ignore my count. Reduce it to a count of 3 if you need to. When you're ready, let's inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done, yogis. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn your feet now so they're parallel to the short side of the mat. Let's inhale. Keep the hands on the hips. Exhale, fold forward. Stop halfway. Tuck your chin in and move your neck back just a little. Feel as though you're pressing the feet away from one another and lifting the arches of the feet. Next exhalation, let's fold all the way down. Hands can slide down the legs and either resting on the knees, maybe the ankles, or the heels, wherever is most comfortable for you. Lift the shoulders up towards the hips. Avoid crowding the ears, but let the head hang. Well done. Bring the hands back to the hips, strong bend in the knees. Inhale halfway up, and then exhale to stand. Excellent. Let's step to the back of the mat now, and we'll do that same sequence on the other side. So hands to prayer. Option 1 is chair pose, bending both knees. Option 2, one-legged chair, right knee lifts, right ankle to the left knee. Little dorsal flexion through the foot. Breathing into the outer hip. When you're ready, lifting up. Taking the right foot back, preparing for warrior one leg. So begin with the legs straight, feet about hip width apart, 45-degree angle on the back foot, or of course your high lunge. Feel as though you're pressing the feet away from one another throughout the whole flow. Let's inhale, bend the knee, open the arms. Exhale to round the spine, bring the arms forward. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, twisting to your right, wrap the hands around. Remember to keep that left knee open. Next inhalation, side bend, lift the left arm up. And then exhaling into a variation of triangle pose. Bring the left hand to the thigh. As you inhale, right arm up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Return to the start. Let's flow again. I'll count your breath. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done, yogis. Hands to the hips. Pivot the feet again, so we're parallel to the short side of the mat. Little dynamic twisting flow this time. Arms out to the side as we inhale. As you exhale, turn to your right. Wrap your right hand around your low waist. Left hand can rest on the thigh, the knee, or the ankle. Then as you inhale, press into both feet, both arms out to the side. Exhale, other side. Inhaling up. Exhale to twist. Let's do one more on each side. Coming up for the last time. And then same as before, hands to the hips, but this time we'll slide all the way down. Hands resting on the legs wherever is comfortable, or maybe you can pistol grip your big toes. Rolling the shoulder blades up towards the hips, letting the head hang. Keeping the jaw relaxed. And let's take an exhalation through the mouth. Hara out the breath. Let's do one more. Well done, yogis. Walk your hands over to your right foot so you'll transition into a lunge and then step back into your downward facing dog. Let's take a few breaths here, pressing into the pads of the fingers. Feel as though you're squeezing the heels of the palms in just a little, allowing those shoulders to broaden, sending chest towards your thighs. And let's inhale forward now into plank. We're going to lower down onto the forearms, make it a forearm plank. Rounding your upper back and tucking your tailbone under. So feel as though you're pressing the back of the heart up towards the ceiling. Softening any tension that may have crept into the jaw. Keeping the breath steady. And when you're ready, lower down to the floor, coming into your Sphinx pose. So a few choices from here. You might just choose to rest here in your Sphinx. If you'd like a little bit more core, you can either stay here as you inhale and then exhale, either knees down and lift the belly just a little, or push into the tops of the feet and lift the knees up as well. Then as you inhale, hips down, chin lift, throat forward. Exhale, rounding the back, lifting the hips, maybe the knees as well. Couple more repetitions. Slow movement, slow breath. Well done, yogis. Last one. And we can hold our Sphinx pose for a few breaths. If you'd like a little neck stretch here, just briefly drop one ear towards the shoulder and then the other. And let's lower down. We'll roll over onto your back. Starting to wind the practice down now. Let's take a hold of our prop. So rolled up towel if you have it, otherwise your block. And taking a supported bridge pose. So if it's the block, you can have it on the flat side or you can turn it up to the second height. Arms can either stay by your side or you can take them overhead. Maybe holding opposite elbows with the hands. And just observing the front side of the body, rising and falling with the pulse of the breath. And let's lower the arms down if they're overhead. Pressing into the feet now, lifting the heels and the hips together. Remove your prop and slowly lower down. And we'll take the hands to the knees. As you exhale, bend the elbows, bring the thighs into the chest. And as you inhale, we're going to straighten the legs, heels up towards the ceiling. Hands can move to the thighs. Exhale and bend, thighs to chest. Inhale, heels to ceiling. Well done, yogis. You can take a few more of those if you need to. Otherwise, next time you straighten the legs, we'll then inhale, next legs out nice and wide. Exhale, crossing left leg over the right leg. And we're preparing to twist. Lower your right foot to the floor. Hips move about 1 centimetre or so to the left. Bring the knees down to the right. You can use your prop to support the legs. If this twist feels too intense with the legs crossed, you can uncross the legs and just have that prop in between or underneath. So find the twist that feels best for your body. So I'm going to count 2 exhalations here. Let the inhalation do what it wants. We'll take a little pause and then we'll exhale to the count of 5. If you're straining, ignore my count, maybe reduce it to a count of 4 in your mind. So when you're ready, we'll breathe out together. And then just sip the inhalation. Take a little pause. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sip the inhalation. A little pause. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And your next inhalation, bring the legs back to center. Uncross, square up the body, and then lifting both feet up towards the ceiling. Inhale the legs out wide. Exhale right over the left, preparing to twist. Hips move to the right about 1 centimetre, knees over to the left. Adjusting the position and propping the body however you need to. Observing the navel expand on the inhalation and gently contracting towards the spine as you exhale. And let's breathe out together. Inhale slowly. A little pause. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sip the inhalation. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, you can bring those knees back to center. Let's uncross the legs and lower them down for Shavasana. Coming into your final rest position, tucking those shoulders under, allowing the palms to face the ceiling. Option to connect index finger and thumb for Chin Mudra. Let's soften the forehead. Let the eyes roll back. Tongue and jaw relaxed. So I will leave you here today, yogis, in Shavasana. Please take as much time as you need. This is where our body and mind assimilate the positive effects of our practice. And as you drift off into Shavasana, I'm going to count 3 exhalations to the count of 5. When you're ready, let's breathe out together. Inhale slowly. Take a little pause. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sip the inhalation. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sip the inhalation. A sweet little pause. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just be.